So is it then talk?
Yeah, just open talk, just me and you.
Can I say everything about like the truth about it?
Yeah, sure.
The
Yeah,
country?
I mean, all you've been doing is talking. It's John Likes to Travel, and this is Patrick. Been a great guide for us the whole week. Patrick, tell me your last name because I'm sure I'm going to butcher it if I pronounce it incorrectly.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Patrick Randriambuavunzi.
Wow.
Randriambuavunzi.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So yeah, I'll never make it on that one.
yeah. So I think that it's very common in Madagascar that we have a long surname, especially because it always means something.
Right.
Most of the time, you inherit your surname from your father. That's the
Okay.
most common practice. But mine is a little bit different because Randriambuavunzi means the one who was saved,
When it was saved. Okay.
from a difficult situation. Sometimes it happens too, like somebody can be named after.
All right. So I'll make sure I'm correct. Your last name, but that is your family name, though, right?
That's my family name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know any idea where that came from?
Yeah. So actually, yeah, basically it's a little bit different from my father's.
Yeah.
Because normally I should have taken my father's family name, but my mother, she went through a difficult situation when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And in fact, she didn't expect to have me, like she didn't expect me to survive.
Didn't expect you to survive.
And then in the end,
You made it.
I made it.
Okay.
I was a very little guy when I
Yeah, I was too.
when I
I
was
was too.
born. Not the strongest because of my condition, but yeah, that's why she said, okay, so I'm gonna give him a let's say a special name, the one
Okay.
who was saved, because she was very sick when she was pregnant, and she even expected to miscarry. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
that was part
but
of
do
it.
you have brothers and sisters?
I have one sister.
Well,
Yeah, actually,
now
I
that
did
now
with
that is that in itself is unusual for Madagascar, right? I mean, what's the isn't it like most have like about
four or
five children?
five,
4 or 5.
That's the
And you've got 3.
I've got 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm the lucky one because actually we didn't expect the twins, but we had a bonus.
Oh, you
We had
got
a
them
bonus.
both at the
Yeah,
same
we
time.
had a bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's say 4, 5. That's the most
So now
common.
your children is 3 girls or 2? What do you got?
So 2 girls and 1 boy.
So you got 1 boy. Now, I don't not specifically, but there's like, is there 13 or 18 tribes or cultures in Madagascar?
Yeah, let's say 18.
Let's say 18.
18, yeah.
And I understand from talking to you that in some of those, when they get to a certain age, 5 or 6, that instead of the circumcision being performed at birth, the circumcision is performed at 5 or 6 by the grandfather as a ceremony, right?
Yes, yeah, that's right.
And it is a special deal with that because in some of these cultures, what happens with the foreskin?
Yeah, so yes, in fact, when it comes to circumcision, it's a very, very common practice in Madagascar, and it's not only for 1 or 2 ethnic groups, but it's for all the 18 ethnic groups.
Okay.
Maybe each ethnic group has a different way of doing it, but yeah, let's say 2 to 4. 2 to 4, that's like the most common age. Yeah, some people do it at the age of 5, but it's already considered as a little bit late.
Okay.
6 is a little too late.
Okay. 2 to 4 years old.
Yeah, 2 to 4 years old. That's the most common. Some people, like let's say very few people do it early.
Okay.
As soon as the baby is born, the little boy is born, but it's quite rare. So, circumcision for Madagascan people, it's like a kind of passage for the little boy to, let's say, the manhood.
He starts his manhood.
Yeah, he starts his manhood from there. So when he is circumcised, he is a real man.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why, let's say, if a little boy passes away before the circumcision, we cannot put him in the family tomb. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a common practice. But we dig a separate tomb outside of the family tomb.
So if he
And
doesn't, if he's not circumcised, then he cannot go into the
yeah,
family tomb.
so he cannot.
Okay, so we'll get back to the circumcision because with some other stuff about that. So as far as religions, I know that there is Christianity here. So are
Video of
babies
these young ladies
christened in some churches
coming up
at
the
birth?
steps.
And are they or some children baptized like you have Lutherans or something like that?
Yes, I think it's a very, very common practice. Yeah, we have different names: baptism, christening, but in fact, it consists of let's say including, or let's say introducing or including the baby to the church. It's like the first step for the baby to be part of the church, either Catholic or Lutheran or Anglican or Orthodox. We do
Okay.
the same. So apart from the circumcision, that baptism, we call it baptismal christening. I would say that it's like a major step for
Okay.
all the Christian people.
All right.
Maybe the non-Christian people, they don't really they are not involved in that kind of ceremony. But for the Christian people, it's very, very crucial. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So within that too, then let's go back. What entails? I noticed that along the roadside there are these trucks that are made out of wood or made out of metal or something like
Yes.
that. There's all these, looks like all these really fancy trucks because there has to be a gift when you go to circumcision, right? Just tell us a little bit about the ceremony of a circumcision.
Yeah. So it's a little bit, the situation is a little bit funny because
I don't know how
we
trucks
make,
got involved.
yeah, so we make a joke. We make a joke about it. We say that we have a party, but the little boy suffers. But actually, that's what happens when you do the ceremony, because
If you're waiting to 2 to 4 years old and
yeah,
doing a circumcision, that's going to be painful. There's no doubt
yeah,
about that.
yes. So the night before the circumcision, because usually we do it early in the morning.
Yeah.
So the night before, we have a party.
We have a party.
Yeah, dancing, drinking. Like it's an opportunity for the family members to gather and
Yeah.
to to have a party together. And early in the morning, let's say the next day, we call on the doctor. Yeah, it depends. Let's say in the remote places, they still use the local, what we call the local healer or the shaman, for example, to do it.
The shaman, but not the grandfather.
Not the grandfather.
No,
Actually, the grandfather doesn't do it.
Oh, okay.
But
I was under the impression it was the grandfather. It's the local healer or the physician. Okay.
So it's done in a very, very, let's say, primitive way with a very sharp axe, for example, or
A very sharp axe.
knife.
Are we talking?
Yeah.
Are we talking a big chop? Or we're talking a big chop here?
Exactly. So
And somebody's got to hold the kid. Who gets to hold the kid?
most of the time it's the uncle, for example,
The
or
uncle.
what we try to do is to get somebody the little boy doesn't know, or because
It's
otherwise
going to be traumatized.
yeah, because otherwise if it's his father or his brother, his older brother, it can be a little bit problematic in the future. So usually we call on somebody else. It may be the far uncle, for example.
Okay.
So we put in the countryside. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
that's
telling you about
fine.
the countryside. They use a mortar, for pounding the rice.
Okay.
So the little boy sits there on the. It's a kind of normally it
I
should
know
be
what you're talking about. It's a big round stone.
round stone,
Yes.
or a wooden like tool they use a lot in the countryside for pounding the rice. So the other man is holding him from behind.
Yeah.
Of course, legs apart. So the shaman with his sharp knife, he's very, very experienced. So so he doesn't have the the right to mix the operation, or to, yeah, like if he cuts too deep, it could be
Bad.
very bad. But so far so good. I've never heard
Okay.
about any incidents where he cuts too deep or something like that. But of course, the risk of infection is there, because
Yeah. Do they have
it's
some
not
kind of salve that they use or whatever?
if we talk about, let's say, the tools they use, the knife, for example, I'm not gonna say that it's sterilized. Like
Well, I mean, if I
No,
heat it
no,
up,
no,
I
no.
mean,
Yeah,
if
maybe
they put
not
it, oh, and I
really.
put it on an open flame or something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe the local rum, the local
Local
liquor.
rum.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay,
to wipe a little bit the blades,
okay.
and then he cuts, and then he gives the foreskin, and that's the most interesting part of it. So he gives the foreskin to the grandfather, if the grandfather is still there. It's the grandfather who swallow
Swallows the
the, fo-
grandfather swallows the
the
foreskin.
foreskin. Yes,
Okay,
and
now no sauce,
no sauce, no
no
nothing,
nothing,
no
just
ketchup, no
no,
mayonnaise,
no,
no.
okay, no, no.
That's it.
Maybe he's drunk a little rum first or
Yeah,
something.
yes, yes. So that's the thing too, because we have the party. Let's say we have had the party during the night before the
Yeah.
circumcision. But this is the thing. Many people use a piece of banana. That's a very common practice.
Ah,
So we cut the banana open and then we put the skin in there, so they swallow
put it
the
in with a
banana.
piece of banana.
Piece
That
of
sounds
banana.
a little
Yes.
bit more palatizing. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't even describe the texture of what this would be. Although I've eaten some chicken skin before, but I'm still that's just different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now, so the young child has got to be out of commission there for a while.
yeah.
Oh
Yes.
wow, a week or two, I guess, but
Yes.
he'll heal up.
Yeah. So
Oof.
and wearing the actually this special kind of robe or this special robe that's
He has a
very
robe on.
common.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very very common. And then let's say
It goes running to mother.
yeah, the recovery time can be a week or 2 weeks, and the gift. So
Yeah.
the trucks.
Oh yes.
So that's
Now he's when
where
he gets gifts.
yeah, so that's where the trucks play a very big role because actually the little boy he is given a truck or trucks
Yeah.
as presents
Yeah.
because that's going to help him to forget the pain. Actually, that's the goal. Like he's going to be distracted by the toys and to make him happy, of course, to
So how
child.
many of these trucks does a kid get?
Yeah, wow. I've lost count actually because I don't know how many kids have been circumcised since
So do
we
you
started.
remember your circumcision?
Yeah, until now, I still remember because I was
Wow.
about four, let's say 4.5, I think, when I was circumcised. So I can say that I still remember most of the things that happened during that time.
So
No,
is that your earliest memory?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would
no,
probably go straight to long-term memory, right?
I
And you
remember.
still hate that uncle, probably.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. No, not anymore. It's I'm over it now. But yeah, let's say that it's yeah, it was quite intense. No anesthetic, no like no nothing, because according to the
But
Madagascar
but
tradition,
did
you
they
can
tell the child what's coming?
no, not at all.
This just
It's
hey,
just
there's a party going
the party
on.
going on and you dance. Actually,
Yeah.
the child dances. Actually, the people, the child
Child going,
is
okay,
happy. Yeah,
we're
okay, wow, this is a nice
and
party.
then tell you to sit down and
Yeah.
they whack it off.
Yes, and then okay, so it's time now, and they grab the child, and then okay, so that's when they start explaining. But I think now it's things are changing a little bit, like what I did to my son because my son was circumcised two, let's say 3 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I think so.
You had
Yes.
so you just had
Yeah.
one of these parties.
Yeah. So we had a
Okay.
party at home, and but actually we explained to him.
So you explained it to him
Yeah,
ahead of time.
ahead of time. We said to him like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen because he is now 4. So we thought that he is big enough to understand. So we explained to him like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. This is our tradition. So you're gonna go through this, and but don't worry, don't be scared. It will
Stella,
be
you getting
fine.
something good
Of
there?
course, we promised him that we're gonna buy you a
Oh
nice car,
yeah, nice.
a nice toy car,
Nice, Stella.
and of
There
course,
you go.
he was very interested in the car. He didn't
Good
care
luck
that
here,
much
Stella.
about circumcision
No, he
thing,
didn't know
but
much
yeah,
about it
yeah,
because
he
I
didn't know
don't think he
nothing.
know much about circumcision
Yeah,
now.
but he was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna get a nice car, and we said yes, yes. So yeah, it was, of course, it was painful
But he's healed up
when
now.
he got it done, but now he's recovered now.
Okay, so now we've started manhood in your country. We started that point. What else happens to you as you're growing between then and the time that you start when is the time that you go into this deal? We call it puberty,
Hmm.
where you just start going. So into your manhood here, when do women become, or the coupling of two people? Does the family have anything to do with arranging that in some of the clans, or does it more or less you meet somebody at a dance or something?
Hmm.
Maybe all these different clans have got different rules, but some of them
Yeah,
do. How does this work their way into you becoming getting your own family? What
yeah,
happens between that circumcision and that?
yeah. So let's say I'm gonna start with let's say the dating system in Madagascar.
Yeah.
If we talk about the big cities, yeah, nowadays, let's say that it's more modernized. Some people now, for example, in the capital city, I see people who, yeah, I see people who use those dating apps, for example. But let's say that's a different story. But if we talk about the real Madagascan way of doing it, let's go to the countryside.
Yeah, let's go down to where
Yeah,
those
there's
places we had visited along
yeah.
a river.
So let's say a boy. I wouldn't even say a man because the boy, the young, let's say the young man aged 16, 15 or 16.
15 or 16,
Yeah,
right after puberty.
yeah,
Yep.
he goes to the market. That's one of the reasons why in Madagascar the marketplace is a very, very important area because it's not only a place for buying or selling things, but it's more a place for socializing,
Yeah.
especially for the young people, because most of the time people who live in one village, they are all related. They
Hmm.
are the extended family. So a young boy should go somewhere else to find his partner. And of course, the young girl or the young lady, she has to go to a specific place to, let's say, to find her partner. And it happens in the market. So in Madagascar, if you visit a local market, you would see many young people. They don't buy anything, they don't sell anything, but they are just there.
Yeah,
They
hanging
stand,
out.
yeah, hanging out, and they stand there. They look around, and okay, so if a man, if a young, let's say a young man, if a young man finds a young lady he likes, for example, he would approach the lady. But this is one of the most interesting thing. We have the in my region, for example, we have the sarong snatching practice.
Sarong
Yeah,
snatching.
snatching. Because
Okay. The
the young
wrap.
ladies they wrap
Mm-hmm.
the sarong around
Mm-hmm.
their hips, so the boy, the young man would snatch the sarong. He would run away. Of course, the young lady wants to get the scarf, the sarong back, and that's the very first time when they took like okay, so something like I'm not gonna give it back to you until you tell me your name, until you tell me where you live, and
This is
then that's
this is
how they,
flirting. Yes.
yeah, that's the way of flirting.
Yeah.
After that, let's say they like each other.
And at these
They
stops,
wouldn't
we
date
seem
for
to
a
be
very
like
long
the
time. In the countryside,
entertainment for the whole
it's not
world here.
super common to
These
see
ladies, they have a lot of
two
good
young
things to
people
sell
dating for
along the
a
side. Did we
year,
find
two
anything good to
years,
buy?
or 3 years.
Find anything good to buy?
It's not gonna
I
happen.
think wow.
They get to know each other
Whoop.
at the market. Let's say
Wow.
the girl would
Nice.
say something like, "Okay, so if you really love
Holy
me,"
smoke.
that's something interesting too, because in
If I
Madagascar
bought
you
one,
don't
I'd have to
like
buy
a
one for all these
person,
kids. And
but you love
I
a
don't know if
person.
I
You
can
like
do it or not.
something, you like a thing, but you love a person. So
Hmm.
the lady would say something like, ah, if you really love me, let's go to my village. Let's introduce you. You should introduce yourself to my
Family.
family.
Okay.
We call that the doorstep. So the young man goes to her family and says, okay, so here I am. I may be the prospective husband. It may not work, but that's something he has to do first. At the same time, it can be combined with what we call the respect for the brothers. So he pays a certain amount of money. It's not buying the lady, no, not at all, but as a sign of respect. He has to give a kind of symbolic
Yeah,
amount of
we call
money.
that something of a diary.
Kind of,
Yeah,
but it's not really the dowry
but
yet.
it's in reverse, kind of.
Yeah. And then when it's done, the next step is the dowry.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and the dowry is very interesting because, of course, it's more about the two families, the boy's family and the girl's family. So the boy, he has to bring his family to like as many people as possible because it's part of the let's say it's like an honor you give as a man. It's an honor you give to your future wife if you
Hmm.
bring many people. So as many as possible, you go to the girls' village and you have to talk. And it's very interesting because they have two orators, like one from one person from the girl's family, another person from the boy's family, and they talk, they exchange speech.
Huh.
Uh, and it can last for half a day.
Half a
Half a
day.
day, yeah. Like there is the tradition of it's like a test. So what they do, for example, this is a very let's say a concrete example. So I go to the girls' village with my family members. So they actually I can't go directly into the house, but I wait outside.
You wait outside the house.
Wait
Okay.
outside of the house, and I wait. I can wait for an hour. And actually, they see us. Well, they say, okay, let's get them to wait to see how patient they are. If that man or if that boy really loves our daughter, let's see how patient they are. So we can stay there, just hanging around for an hour, and then somebody comes out of the house and say, hello, good morning. Yes, so now you can come in, and we come in, and
But
then
wait a minute, you got the whole tribe with you. You can't
yeah,
get everybody in there.
yeah, but you try. But yeah, usually they know. Usually they know, so they try to find a bigger house in the
Big
village.
spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they know, and then you go inside, and the exchange of speech starts.
How do you choose that person?
Yeah, it's actually yes, you have to find the right person for that.
Because yes, so some people are
Yeah,
good at it and
like
some are
good as
not,
yeah.
right? I
So
mean, make a speech
yeah,
about you.
so you have to find a person who is very good at making speech because sometimes the speech can be full of tricky questions and yeah, it can be intense sometimes. That's why it lasts for half a day sometimes. So
Half a day.
yeah, and the thing is,
So that they go back and forth,
they
like
go
one
back and
person
forth,
talks,
and then
and what does this speech consist of? What a good person that you are, and what a good person, or what person good marriage
yeah,
it's going to make, or what is
that,
this? What is this? They talk about for half a day. What is it?
yes, I
They're
can
not
give
talking
you
about soccer.
yeah, I can give you some tips. For example,
Oh, you're going to be some tips. Okay,
yeah,
good.
they say something like, okay, so we are here with our loved son. He he's looking for, let's say, the missing puzzle of his life, something like that. And we think that what he needs is here in this household, uh, and that's the main reason why we're here to show our respect to you. And we do really hope that you understand the reason we came and the reason why all of us are here.
Okay.
And then uh,
What is the female side? Is it one female and one male having speeches, or both male speeches?
usually it's male, both
Male.
male, yeah,
And
most of
so,
the
what
time.
would the female say in response to that?
The female would say something like, okay, so our beloved daughter already told us about you, and of course she told us many many good things about you, and but the thing is that she's so precious to us, and we totally understand that you love each other, but we are still, let's say, we are still thinking about it. It's like they try to kind of trap you, like they give this kind of these tricky statements, and but we are still thinking. We're still thinking, and yeah, we know that she's the missing, let's say, the
And
missing
so
part.
the groom is over on one side listening to this, and then
Uh,
and the bride is over on the other side listening to this.
no, the actually the lady, she's not there.
She's not there.
She is hiding somewhere.
She's hiding
Yeah.
somewhere. So they've got.
Or she is, let's say, oh really, yeah, she's hiding somewhere, and
But the groom is there.
the groom is there.
The groom is there.
The bride is hiding somewhere, And it's like, okay. And at the moment, she's not here. We're going to look for her later, but and then it starts. And then somebody else may say things like, wow, the brothers, for example, they may say things like, wow, our sister, she's such a lovely person. She she's a very good cook, for example. And now you plan to take her with you. We are going to miss her a lot. It's gonna be a big gap in our life, because who's gonna cook for us? We're gonna,
Who's going to cook for?
yeah, it's something like that.
I know.
The grandfather may say something like, "Wow, she's the one who sings for me whenever I feel a little bit off. She's the one who," but actually, it's they it's the orator who says all of those
I
things, but
understand.
the ideas
An
are from
idea that's describe her and what she does
yeah,
for the
that,
family,
yeah,
what an
yeah,
integral part she is to the
yes,
family.
the
And
family,
it's going to, when you take her away from us,
yeah,
you know, we want to make sure that she's being treated
yeah.
properly.
So, and you have to compensate that. Actually, you pay, like you bring money, like literally cash with you.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, so we
So
understand.
the grooms
The groom,
pays the dowry.
yeah.
In European culture, the woman pays, the family pays the dowry.
In Madagascar, it's the groom.
Oh,
It's a
well,
groom. The
let's see.
groom pays.
That's a little different. That's a little different. So now, so this you evidently went through something like this as well too, then,
Yes,
with
yeah,
your family.
yeah.
Okay. So you were there. How long did it take a half a day of speeches with
Yeah.
you to see your bride?
Not really. When we did mine, it took us something like 3 hours, I think.
3 hours.
Yeah, three
3
hours.
hours of speeches.
Yes, but we had the patience test. Like they wouldn't let us in.
Uh-huh.
They like we arrived there at the village.
Yeah.
Nobody came out, and we sat there outside. And my father told me like, no, don't worry. This is part of it. We have to wait. So we waited there. Let's say I think we stayed there for 30, 45 minutes. That's there standing there,
Waiting
uh,
outside the village.
outside the village.
Yeah.
And then after that, somebody came over, and somebody we know already. So she came over and she said, "Okay, so you can come in now." And that's because the passion test is.
Okay. All right.
They don't
So
say that, but
how do they end? How do you know when this ends? How do you know when the two people are done? You all are done the 3 hours worth of talking. Does the
yeah,
bride come out then, or
no, not really.
oh, the
They s-
bride still doesn't come out?
yeah,
Okay,
she's hiding somewhere.
okay.
So the orator says something like, "Okay, so yes, so we now you proved, or now you showed us that you really love her. So yes, we are ready to give her to you, but you are going to look for her because we don't know where she is
We're
now.
gonna look for
Yeah,
her.
you're gonna look for
It's a
her.
hide and seek with the bride.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a hide and seek. Yes. So okay, so and
Is
then
it
the
just
groom.
you searching or the group searching for her?
So the actually the groom. So you like
Just you.
just you,
Just you.
just you.
Can't use your family
No,
members.
you can't. The family members they wait here. You go and you look and you look and they and there is a second option. What people do too is they say like, okay, so yes, you you showed us that you love her, so let's see if she's here. And they try to bring five girls,